Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This is the press review of African news on Africa TV. Let's start this press review in Cameroon. The big day makes the headlines of the government daily newspaper Cameroon Tribune. This Monday morning, September 2, thousands of primary and secondary school students are back in school after 3 months of vacation. Also read the editorial on page 3, 7, 5th of your newspaper. Also in Cameroon, basic education, the illusion of free education, défis actuels that make information public include the fact that the association fees for high school parents, table bench, computer code fees, hygiene materials, reams of paper, sequential exams fees, so on and so on. The list of fees and materials required to enroll children in primary school is long. Also read the interview with Charles René Kong, teachers and a union activist. Financial transaction titled this day Echo Matin. The newspaper reveals that the Central African Banking Commission is tightening payment service conditions. Read the rest on page 5 of your newspaper. The newspaper, L'Economie, is crossing its front page this morning with new favors for future high school teachers. For Le Repère, the bar is in phase with the Ministry of Justice due to judicial delays and violations of the rights of defense. Let's leave Cameroon for West Africa. In Ivory Coast, Fraternité Matin titled that J.J. Arafat obstacle, grandiose tribute and desolation. Still in the columns of Fraternité Matin, Gon Coulibaly gets new big project at TICAD 7 in Yokohama. The newspaper stated that the head of government was received by Chinao Abe, Japanese Prime Minister. Le Patriote also made his front page with the desecration of J.J. Arafat's tomb, already arrested 12 people. The prosecutor says the singer's body was buried again, and Ahmed Bakayoko said thank you to the international artist. In Benin, decline in commercial activities in Cotonou, Porto Novo and Parakou. An ungovernable government wonders Jeune Afrique present in Democratic Republic of Congo. The Pan-African Weekly stated that the new leadership team is the result of an improbable compromise between the former and new president. However, it is with her that Félix Tshisekedi will have to lead the change that the Congolese have been waiting for. In Nigeria, investigation conducted by the Daily Trust have shown that the controversy is behind the federal government's approval of 17 billion naira to spend on technology that will track the movement of refined petroleum products. A number of watertight agenda was developed by a group of Nigerian and international experts from the oil, gas, electricity and energy sectors based in Nigeria and around the world for a massive public debate aimed at finding sustainable solutions for Nigeria's albatross, its inability to provide electricity to its population and industries, to promote life and industrial and vital takeoff. Inform us Business AM. How Nigeria lost $9.6 billion in a lawsuit for the award of a gas contract in the United Kingdom, reveals The Guardian. In Zimbabwe, the government has requested multi-million-dollar funding from the Japan International Cooperation Agency for 4 major road projects, including the construction of missing sections on Harare Drive, Phase 2 of Airport Road, Birch North Bridge, and Chirundu Road. This is the information that is blocking the front page of the Herald. Chief Justice Loke Malaba discredited the alleged interference of the Independent are short, titled The Chronicle. The newspaper also stated that Chairman Nangawa has never obstructed the functioning of the judiciary, as it is an independent branch of the state whose decisions are not influenced by any political interest. Leave Zimbabwe for South Africa with Business Day headline this morning on Steinhoff's shareholders who are facing uncertainty about the future of their company in the face of costly litigation and high debt levels, voted last Friday at the group's annual general meeting to give more power to the supervisory boards over management. The Cape Peninsula University of Technology on high alert on trafficking, published this morning Cape Times. According to the newspaper, fears of human trafficking in higher education institutions have intensified following a statement to students at Cape Peninsula University of Technology, warning them to be on alert for possible sex traffickers on its District 6 campus. Let's close this press review in Nigeria with the health personnel under pressure, titled Everton, because aggressions multiplied in hospitals and care center. That's all for the African Press Review. Thank you for your loyalty. Goodbye.